Hey, how you doing? Eric over at SoCal Cigars. Just wanted to do a little video for the 4th of July. I'm here at my relative's farm in Oak Grove, Missouri. And we're about to set off a bunch of fireworks. I'm smoking the Cigars International Edition only Legends, which is from Drew Estates. They agreed to just do it for Cigars International. But again, we're going to do a bunch of fireworks. We just bought about $500 of the fireworks. And this video, I'll end up editing in some of the fireworks that we did. And then also I'm going to tie this probably into a video in regards to traveling with cigars and how to best do that. Like I must have brought 20 plus cigars to Missouri to share with all my relatives here on the farm. And I'll go into that. I'll take them on the plane. What are the rules about that? What's the best way to transport them? I ended up buying an extra 15 count humidor, travel humidor, herpidor. So anyway, we're getting anxious over here. We got all the kids ready to do the fireworks. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here and do a shout out to any of the people that are watching my channel. I appreciate you guys watching it, liking it, and commenting, subscribing. And again, you can probably hear in the background this like artillery going off here in Missouri. Anyway, happy 4th of July. I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening with fireworks, family, friends, fun. Be real safe. And again, after this, I'm going to go ahead and probably edit in some of the fireworks we bought just for fun. And then I'll go into a little bit about traveling with cigars. Anyway, again, Eric SoCal Cigars and on location in Missouri. And we'll see you when I start splicing this stuff in and get to the rest of the video. Have a great night. See ya. Hey guys, Eric at SoCal Cigars. As you can see, I'm now back from my trip to the Midwest. As you can see, I did a little on location at the farm before we were doing all the fireworks, and by rewatching that I could see how exhausted and hot and sweaty I was. We had crammed a lot of activities into a short amount of time. We were only on vacation there for 10 days. And we were in, I don't know, 80% humidity, 90 degrees. So we were worn out and hot, but we had an absolutely wonderful time. I cannot thank my family enough. All my cousins basically that I was visiting, we stayed on their property. Like I said, they have beautiful 20 acres overlooking about 85 acres of soybean fields. It's just beautiful out there. And a house that they built themselves with a, the whole front of the house is a porch that you can just sit on in the morning and have a cup of coffee, and in the evening sit there with a cigar and just chat about the day and have a drink and watch the lightning bugs flickering, and it's just awesome. So again, I can't thank everyone enough for what a great time we had, and the hospitality is just stellar. So thank you all very much for that. But what I did want to talk about was how this relates to traveling with cigars. And I've done that now to Missouri, and I've done that even to Denmark last year. So internationally speaking, I don't think there's not a massive difference when it comes to TSA. I was searched through TSA, whether it was international or domestic. Through Kansas City airport, I was searched. I had a tag in my luggage, And going over to Amsterdam and then into Denmark, I was searched as well. And both times I had cigars with me, and it was never an issue. And looking up on the internet, trying to figure all that out, what it seems to be is that if you're traveling for personal use, you can bring, I think, up to 50 cigars, and it's not an issue. Even to Denmark, because I brought some cigars to my cousin, and they're cigars that I probably would pay about $175 a box for. If he tried to buy them through Denmark, he would be paying US dollars closer to $450, almost $500 for that same box. So it's crazy taxes. So when I looked that up, I could also ship him up to 50 cigars, and it's not considered to be a problem. It's not considered to be like I'm reselling them or anything like that. So so getting the cigars through in your luggage doesn't appear to be any kind of an issue. What I did do is I had to think about it, especially because if you guys know me by now, for me, smoking cigars is very social. And knowing that at least two of my cousins that were going to be there are cigar smokers, I pretty much wanted to bring some cool special cigars, and I wanted to bring 3 of everything because I wanted the 3 of us to be able to sit down and smoke these together. So with that being said, I'm bringing 25, 30 cigars with me. And as you've seen before, I usually carry around, especially on my Harley, this nice little Herfador that holds 5. So that was fine. But the issue was, for this, I didn't want to just throw these in a bag. I wanted more protection than that. So what I ended up doing is I ended up buying a 15 count as well. So between the two, I was able to bring almost 30 cigars, believe it or not, because I jammed a bunch in my little 5. I pulled all of the liners out of this one and just filled it with cigars because it's got layers of, I can show you. It's got layers of this stuff in it, this foam. And so what I did was I took all those out, except the bottom one. That way I could just throw cigars in. I wasn't worried about really protecting them because I knew they were just having to travel 3 hours on a plane. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. But as part of my preparation for that, I did buy this so I could travel properly with my cigars, knowing what I wanted to bring. And true to my comments in other videos is I was able to throw one of these little Bovita packs in each one of my little Herfadors for in my suitcase. And these are just ones I actually got these, my last order from the Atlantic Cigar Company. They always pack every like 5-pack with one of these Bovitas. So I love the shipping from Atlantic. So I was able to just reuse these, throw these in my Herfadors, and it cost me nothing. So I would always, like I said, save those suckers, man. Put them in a little Ziploc baggie, throw them in your humidor, whatever you want to do. But I've always found them to be useful when I'm going to go somewhere, or even if I'm going to hop on the bike, I can just throw one in my little 15 count, or I'm sorry, 5 count, and just give it that little extra humidification that it might be losing. So that being said, it was awesome to travel there with the cigars. It was awesome to be able to share the cigars with my cousins. We had a fantastic time doing that. So the other thing I wanted to touch on was that we ended up going into Arkansas. We were down in the Ozarks at Roaring River fishing, and we ended up traveling over to Eureka Springs in Arkansas because it's so close to like Table Rock Lake and all that down there. And we went over into a little cigar shop, and I'll post a picture of it outside, of being outside of it and stuff. And this is sort of what I've mentioned in other videos. What I was hoping to do was to go in and maybe find something unique I couldn't get anywhere else. Something I couldn't really find online. It's it's not easy given that there's only so many cigars being made in the United States. But I asked the guy. So here's what I did. I walked in. The guy was behind the counter. Typical cigar shop owner. Sort of just sat there and stared at me. I had to engage him. I asked him, "Is there anything you have here that's unique? I'm from California. I'm traveling here on vacation, and I would like to bring something back that's kind of unique to maybe this area or your shop or whatever, I mean, I know it's a shot in the dark, but I figured why not ask? Because he might have said, hey, you know what? Look, I've got these. You've probably never seen these before. That would have been awesome. Nothing. His response is, no. That's it. No. Stares at me. Boom. Instantly, my marketing and sales and customer service instincts are all firing like little neurons in my brain going Dude, really? Are you kidding me? Like I've said in other videos, I am literally walking into your business, which you have, I'm presuming, to make money, wanting to spend my money. And I'm having to basically draw answers out of this guy. Like, okay, thanks. So I was with my wife, and she's like, well, maybe you can go find something, anyway. And I said, all right, well, I'll go back up, because upstairs they had a humidor. It was a nice shop. I mean, I would have been proud to own that shop. It was beautiful inside. It was nice, the wood grains, and the upstairs was a walk-in humidor, and it was all humidified properly. It was nice. It was a great shop. It's just, to me, it's always the owners or the staff. I just can't understand. If it were me behind that counter, the second I walked in, I would have said, hey, how you doing? Are you from around here? No, you're from California. Oh, that's awesome. Is there something I can help you with? Yeah, I'm looking for something unique to this area. Well, I don't really have anything that I would say is unique from this area, but I do have some pretty unique cigars. Let me take you up to the humidor and I'll show you around, and maybe there's a few things you could pick up. Boom, I would have spent a wad of cash. I was prepared to spend money. I mean, we're on vacation, man. Harley. I mean, every Harley dealership we went to, I'm buying handfuls of T-shirts and whatever. I was there to spend money. I mean, we spent thousands of dollars on this trip. And I would have no issues buying a bunch of cigars from this guy. What did I leave with? I left with 2. And I'll show you what I did. So one thing I did is I bought this the Kentucky Fire Cured Muat from Drew Estates. Only because I could have bought this anywhere. I could buy it even cheaper online. I paid $9.95 for it at this guy's shop. I only bought this because I've been wanting to try these. A good friend of mine, Wayne, had said, dude, before you buy a whole bunch of these, you may want to try one first, because they're pretty unique. You may or may not like it. So I've been wanting to buy one of these at a brick and mortar anyway, and I figured, okay, well, I'm here, and it was staring me right in the face, so I grabbed it. That's one thing I bought. So then I did on my own, with no help to the shop owner, look around to see if I could find anything kind of weird, unique, off-brand, just something I could come back with going, well, this is interesting. So for $8.95, I found this. Maybe you guys have all seen it before. I hadn't, and it's called Hardcore by it's Earth by, I don't know, Kajamar. Supernatural infused tobacco. These were almost gone, which leads me to believe when I go into a humidor and the cigars are almost gone out of a box, they're probably selling. And then there was another brand next to it called like Sexy something or whatever, and that was sold out. I'm like, well, someone's buying these things, so maybe they're worth a shot. So by my own accord, I did wander his humidor and managed to find something that I came back that was unique that I had never seen before. Is it unique to Arkansas? No. But if that guy would have done this with me up in the humidor, I would have probably walked away with 10 cigars from this guy. But I walked away with the 2. One I arguably could have bought anywhere. So anyway, that just goes to show you that what I'm telling you is a lot of times it's accurate. So when you go into a cigar shop, be prepared that you're going to probably have to engage people in conversation, and you're going to have to ask questions, and to some degree you're going to be left to your own devices. So just, I guess, knowing that ahead of time, go into it knowing that. Don't be disappointed. So that being said, whatever. It's kind of what I've always anticipated when I go to a cigar shop. But that's really it. I mean, this doesn't have to be a big, long thing. I just kind of wanted to show you the aspect of kind of traveling. It's not really much different than traveling with your cigars, going anywhere, even for a day trip like we do on the Harley. It's just expanded out. Instead of 5 cigars, I'm bringing 2 Herfordors. I'm making sure to put the Bovita packs in there so that when they're in my suitcase, they're protected, and they're staying humid, because the environment up there in the airplane, they don't pressurize. I don't think they pressurize the cargo areas. Just wanted to make sure to try to keep that stable. I doubt that even any of that matters, but I figured, hey, they're free. I save them. Might as well throw it in there. Can't hurt. Being able to bring cigars to share with my family is amazing. So I would always encourage you that if you are going to go somewhere and you're going to visit family or friends, whether it's domestic or international, bring cigars. Because if you enjoy cigars, there's a lot of times you might find out that you run into people that you didn't know liked them, and they do. There's a couple people that I ran into in even Denmark that I was surprised liked cigars, and we had a good time smoking some cigars together. So I'd say, yeah, just make sure when you travel, just be a little bit prepared. Make sure you've got enough stash with you to share with people. Like when I was there too, oftentimes it's reciprocated. Both my cousins gave me cigars as well, and offered me to take me to several different cigar shops, which we actually ran out of time because there was one local to them that they know is a good one. So we only did do that one in Arkansas, in Eureka Springs, which, by the way, it was funny. I mentioned that one to one of my cousins, and they said, "Oh yeah, that guy's kind of stale." So it's not just my experience. This guy clearly has a reputation of not being very charismatic, and when you're in a sales environment, running your own business, trying to make a living at it, you have to have some kind of charisma or something, man. You can't just sit there like a lump and expect people just by that guy saying hello, he probably could have increased his sales by 25%. So I really don't get it, but whatever, man. Do what you want. Anyway, do me a favor, and if you like my videos, hit like. Please subscribe to them. That's the only way I know that people are watching them and enjoying it. Feel free to leave comments, ask questions. Like I said, to me, all this is social. It's just to be able to have fun, to interact, to bring happiness to other people. That's what all this is about anyway. So feel free to do that even when it's over the internet and social media. We can still have a good time together. So anyway, Eric at SoCal Cigars. Glad to be back in California and making another video for you guys. And enjoy, and watch out for the next one. It'll be soon. Bye-bye.